Karina.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 35.
What's your disagreement?
I actually disagree with everything you say. I
Okay.
think,
Well, you have to pick one. And this
okay,
is not a time for grandstanding. Pick
valuation.
one.
Let's start with the valuation of a human being.
Okay.
Because
Well,
there is no value.
hold on, man.
You
Hold
asked
on.
if not
Oh,
me,
no, you can't. See, first of all,
off me.
understand something.
Okay.
You cannot overtalk me. You cannot like what I say,
I'm
ma'am.
trying to make my point.
Okay. That won't work. I'm going to give it one more shot.
Okay.
Because, ma'am, you are welcome to leave. You don't have to be here. But while you're here, you will have to work according to the platform. Because I'm worrying about an audience. You're worrying about your point of view. Do we rank human beings in the world?
Can I answer now?
Yes, you can answer that question. Do we rank human beings in this world?
In this world, we ranked human beings since slavery. That's a problem. And because of the fact that you don't
Since
see it as a
slavery.
problem,
Okay,
I'm talking.
since
You asked
slavery.
me not to cut you off.
Okay, hold on. You're not going to proselytize. What is a GPA?
A GPA is a grade point average. I had a
It's
3.0
also a ranking.
you.
It's
Okay.
also a ranking.
What I'm
Yes or
saying
no? Is it a ranking?
it is a ranking in
What
school.
is private,
Beings
corporal, private, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, colonel, general? What are those?
those are hierarchies in Western society.
So rankings and hierarchies exist in the world.
In Western
They
society,
exist in all worlds. It's no. This is where Jordan Peterson talk. This is where Jordan Peterson comes along and talks about the lobster. So women like this have a problem with structure. You got a problem with structure, rankings. That's not. You got a conflict. Wrong platform for you. I wish you all the best. Just don't come back. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. You really don't. And I'm not going to try to change your mind. But if you actually have a problem with rankings, academically ranked, we rank everything, and women rank men. You rank men based upon their height, their income, their ability to provide, their level of attractiveness, social, sexual prowess. So y'all can knock it off with how unfair it is to rank women. The real problem is most women don't like where they rank. If you don't like where you rank, now why did I do that? Because when someone's coming on with the energy, they're just going to blow through and say what they want to say. You don't need my platform. You can go to your platform for that. You don't want to have a conversation. You want to talk about slavery and hierarchies and this and that. This is not that platform. I rank people because it's realistic. And now, ma'am, I rank people because it's realistic. What's the next problem you have? You can unmute yourself, but if you want to have a conversation, but you cannot say that I do something that's not done everywhere else.
When you allow me the opportunity to speak, it will become a conversation. So I'm waiting for you to give me that chance.
Rankings exist, ma'am. What's the next problem?
I'm not discrediting that.
What's the next problem?
What I'm saying is that, I have many, but we can get off.
Well, you don't have, but I don't have, but I got plenty of people. So
is the fact that you devalue.
All right. I devalue. Yep. I devalue women. I rank women. You're right. And I'm not going to stop. If you've ever been to a modeling agency, to get on the runway, they rank you. Miss America, beauty pageants, like it or not, Cosmo, most beautiful people. See, y'all got a problem with reality. And you're going to try to make me have you devalue women. No. You devalue women. All righty. Well, we're going to keep on ranking. Because until y'all stop ranking men, until y'all start accepting men who work at fries at McDonald's and giving them full submission, Y'all can miss me with that. Go ahead, Khadijah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay. What's your disagreement or conflict?
Okay, so earlier this week, my friends and I were watching a live, and it was
Okay.
with a girl. I think she was like 29 years old, and she said she was married, and a beta male had like told her her husband was cheating,
Yep.
and then she ended up divorcing him.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you were telling her, like, you should go back to your husband, like, try to work it out. To a sense, I am Christian, so I do think, like, I've never been married, but I hope to be married and engaged by the end of this year. But I do think marriages deserve a second chance. If she felt that way, I know she said she just kind of deaded it, but she said that she was paying half the bills. She was kind of unhappy.
So what's the disagreement?
You deemed him a high value man.
I didn't deem him high value man. I said, was he successful? She said he was successful and attractive. I didn't deem him high value.
Okay, well then I guess I needed to see clarity on that.
Yeah, I didn't deem him high value. I said, is your husband successful? Yes. Is he attractive? Yes. But did you also hear that did you also hear when she said, when I asked her, if he had Jeff Bezos' money, would you have turned a blind eye? She said he didn't have Jeff Bezos' money. Yeah. So y'all got all that morality, but that very woman said that there's a number where she turned a blind eye.
We heard it. Yeah, we heard it. We were watching it. It was like a group of my friends and I.
So if you're a Christian, I grew up in a Christian family. You know how often Big Mama and Big Daddy was cheating on one another? We found out about it after we buried them. Mm-hmm. Why do we act like we're the first group of people that ever had to deal with people?
No,
I mean, I'm just saying we, not you, me. I'm just saying we women today are so like snowflakes about everything. You're just quick to be offended, and if you don't get everything you want, I'm like, well, man, okay, well, buy a dog and die alone, because can't nobody do all that. Women walk away from relationships more than men. So do you have any other conflict or anything else I can clear for you? Or is that it?
Only that you said that men don't want nurses. And I was like, what? Really?
Well, no. I didn't say men don't want nurses. What I say is nurses are some of the professions that high value men avoid. And there are specific reasons for that. One, because modern nurses are far more, you're not the same. You're not Florence Nightingale. Number one, your work hours are atypical. And unfortunately, there's a whole, I didn't just pull that out of my butt though. Polling and suggesting, but a lot of men, they typically, lawyers, nurses, psychologists, hairstylists, massage therapists, actresses, some other platforms, some other things I'm missing. Hey, I mean, how many nurses do you know who are married?
I'm a nurse, so I know quite a few, but.
Okay. But if you went back 70 years ago and looked at the nurses then, you would probably see a lot of them were married.
Yes.
What nursing does today is nursing is a profession that young women can get into, and they can make more than the average black man. A lot of nurses can make in excess of $60,000, $70,000 a year in their early 20s. In order for men to make that, you have to go into science, engineering, technology, and math. If they don't go into those things, men can't typically perform at that level unless they become a nurse, and those two things don't work. Even a female hairstylist in her 20s can make upwards of six figures. A barber cannot. It comes down to, it's not just me picking on stuff. There's a reason for these things. Lastly, if you look at the amount of, especially it's even more pronounced in the black community. I mean, it's growing in other sectors, but in our community, with the sheer amount of women who are in healthcare, CNA, such and so forth, you would think it would make it easier because of the so-called flexible schedule and everything else like that. But where are most of these women working? You're not working in areas that are populated by these kind of men. You got to where the work is. And if a men in your area are working, making $40,500 and you're making $70,000, most nurses are not willing to go back or decrease their standard of living. So it's not that I was just saying it. It was based in some realities. So, all right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, I'll give it to what's her name? She said, hey, if he's making the kind of money Jeff Bezos is making, I'd go back. Bobby T, come on. Okay, you got your hand up, but you're sitting back just chilling. Who's been up here? iPhone is next. She's been here for a minute. Then Annette, you're gonna go next. Go ahead, iPhone. I don't know what your name is.
My name is Maisam.
Say again, please.
Maisam.
Okay, is Maisam?
Yeah, I joined in and I got kicked out because my camera apparently.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Okay, what's your conflict or your disagreement?
My conflict and disagreement is actually with the women that have been coming before me. I come from a culture.
You have a disagreement with the women?
Yeah, I come from a culture.
Okay, hold on. I can't. That's not this broadcast. I'm dealing with women who have a conflict with what I'm saying because I can't let you go with the women, especially not being a black woman. That would not be cool. I can't allow you to come in here and go at black women. That ain't gonna work. Y'all don't get those kind of privileges. Okay, you got your hand up, but you're sitting back just chilling.
I am.
Yeah. You want to try that again? Now, if you want to be a part of the broadcast, you're gonna have to come forward. I don't know what you're sipping on or drinking on, but the lady Bobby, either you get on or I'm going to the next person. She's sitting over there. She's drinking on some moonshine or some shit. Go ahead, Annette. You got to unmute yourself. I am.
Good morning, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Good. What's your disagreement? Well, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 50 years old.
All right. So have you been on before?
No.
What's your conflict?
I did try to come on once about a week ago, but I didn't get to speak.
What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement is on the 3-date rule for sexual intercourse.
Okay.
The advice for the women.
Okay.
And the disagreement I have is that advice is potentially quite dangerous for younger ladies who
okay, so what when I say 3 dates, what do I mean?
Well, you explained it that the 3 dates don't necessarily have to be in the same week, but that if a woman finds a man attractive, she shouldn't be accepting a date. So there is that premise that she should find him attractive, and that when they go for dates, they could spread the dates out. So, and you said it could be spread out over a month or 2. But I still feel that even if they spread it out over 2 months, it's not enough for you to know, especially if you're in a relationship.
Know what?
To know whether that man is really relationship minded, number one.
Hold on. First of all, you got to say what I said. A woman should not go out with a man on date number 1 if she's not attracted to him. Find him sexually attractive, but you should not go on date number 2 if you would not have sex with him. So by date number 3, see, what I'm presuming is I'm dealing with reasonable adults. Now, you can say that a woman may want to know if he's relationship material or not relationship material. Due respect, ma'am, you're injecting your standards on. Not everybody's looking for a relationship. But do you understand that from a man's standpoint, women play lots of games? There was the New York Post or New York Times wrote an article last summer. 1 out of 3 women surveyed admitted to accepting a dinner date or higher with the men that they had no sexual attraction to. Where do those men get their money and time and their feelings back? Where do they get all that back? So, due respect, a man asks a woman out on a date or net because he wants to have sex with her. It's the socially acceptable way of me telling you, hey, I like to have sex with you. That's what it means. And I assume that we're adults and we understand what it means. If you don't want to have sex with them, cool. Then don't accept this date. If you want a relationship with this guy, talk to him on the phone. But here's the thing. A man will cut off his non-sexual time and attention with a woman who's not fulfilling her side of the contract, her side of the deal. There has to be a...
Can I respond?
Well, yeah, because at what point do you think a woman should have sex with a man that she's attracted to?
I think when she's ready, but please, I was reading Women's Health just to make sure that it's not me feeling bad. So in Women's Health, it says that when a woman has sex with a man, she releases oxytocin, which makes her feel the hormones.
I get it. I know what it is.
Makes her feel more connected and more emotionally invested. But men don't have that.
No, that's not true. That's not true. We just don't have as much.
Okay, but they release dopamine. Men can have sex with no feelings. Now, if we go back to what you said before about
what age? When, man? When?
I think once they both agree on the relationship goals and both agree to be exclusive, and the man knows he wants to be exclusive.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that, ma'am. Good luck with that. There's a video on my channel right now. A woman in Canada who tried that, and she went out with a guy for a month and some change, and he cut it off. Ma'am, you're 50, and aren't you married?
I have 4 children and a
Thank
grandchild.
you. But you're not out here dating. So I know who you are. But you need to sit back and watch, because you're not in this. You don't know how this works. You're a woman out of time.
I mean, I have a daughter.
No, ma'am, I'm trying to be polite about this, but you're married and a grandmother. You're a woman out of time. We're dealing with sexually active adults. And you acted, and the way you're speaking is though women are the only ones who are risking something here. I reject that 100%. You talk about a woman's ability to bond and this and that, but you haven't said a damn thing about a woman abusing or taking a man's time, resources, and attention. And him.
That's wrong.
Well, it happens every day, ma'am. And the thing is, men are saying that, look, if you're not going to put out, we're not going out. And that's cool. Okay. Well, there's really not. I mean, here's the thing, man. And like it or not, people are having sex before they're going out right now. So it's not like sex is hard to get like at our age where people waited. People are actually having sex before they go on a date. It's called Tinder. They swipe left, Netflix and chill, swing by the house. There are people who actually right now will say, I won't go out on a date with a woman until I had sex with her. So I got to move on to the next one, because that we're not going to agree on that one. But ladies, understand something. When a man asks you out on a date, he's asking you to have sex. If you don't want to have sex with him, don't go out with him. Let's see. Boba. Who's this woman? Hello. She been drinking? All right, Maya, go ahead. And then we're going to go to Ala and Kimberly and Brittany. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Maya. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
29.
What's your disagreement?
The fact that you think that high value men can't be faithful.
I didn't say they can't be faithful. When did I ever say that?
Well, when you're saying that high value men don't cheat, but they have options, what does that mean?
Exactly what it says. High value men don't cheat. They exercise options. But when did I ever say that high value men can't be faithful?
So then explain to me what do you mean?
No. Don't question me and tell me to explain something to you until you tell me where I said what you said. Or you admit that
That's
you.
what I took from it.
Okay, well, ma'am, due respect, I have been extremely clear. I've said it multiple times. There's several videos out on it. I've even did a live stream on Instagram. Ma'am, I said high value men don't cheat. They exercise options. I'll be really clear with you again too. Ma'am, if you or a woman like yourself wants a high value man, it will be in your best interest to accept the fact that high value man may decide to exercise one of those options. And if that's not something you don't want to deal with, then it might be in your best interest to not consider high value men. Go get a man lesser who more women aren't necessarily attracted to, and then deal with what comes along with that.
Okay, that was just like my opinion on it and what I thought that you meant by that. So,
well, there are plenty of men who don't cheat, but it's a choice.
Absolutely, I agree.
But you also ask yourself the question: in mammals, are the male of the species typically monogamous?
I mean, depends. Every person is different.
In mammals.
Yeah.
Mammals, the mammals, not male or female. The mammals, warm-blooded animals that have a gestation period internally, are the males of the species typically monogamous?
The male of species. And most mammals, no.
Exactly. So men who have, and then the higher ranking a male is, the more sexual options he has, even in the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Why is this? So why is that troubling to you?
Because my question or what is I feel I'm on the same caliber as these men.
Oh, you feel like you're on the same. Okay, say it again. You feel as though you're on the same caliber as these men?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So sometimes it's hard for me to like shut off and just like let a man take control.
How old are you again?
29.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, absolutely.
You want children? And why do you think you're on the same caliber of a man who's a high value man? Please explain. I'm dying to hear this.
Okay. I think I'm a high value woman as well. I bring a lot to the table. And I think a high value man will respect a high value woman.
What do you bring to the table?
What do I bring to the table? I'm not an airhead. I'm smart. I'm educated. I have morals.
Hold on. You're smart.
I'm educated. I'm loving.
Okay. You're smart. You're educated. Okay.
I'm loving. I'm caring. I mean, I honestly want someone to match me.
So why aren't you married?
I don't know, honestly.
How many high value men are actively vetting you to be their wife?
What does that mean?
If you're all these things and you match high value men, then it stands to reason, if you want to be married, I'm asking you how many high value men are vetting you, interviewing you, considering you to be their wife.
Interviewing?
Yes.
I mean, dating or interviewing?
However you want to play the word game, man.
I don't know what that word means, but I'm saying dating. Dating. That's what I'm answering that question. I don't know interviewing what that means.
How many high value men are considering asking you to marry them?
At least 2.
But at 29, it has yet to happen.
No, it has happened. I didn't say yes the first time, so.
Okay, then that man was not a significant. Well, see. Okay. You ladies are interesting to me because it's, in one breath, you're on the level of a high value man, but you're dating a man that's a lower value than you, because if he was at higher value, you would have accepted his proposal.
Can you explain what you mean? I don't understand exactly.
Basic math. If a man who you felt had a higher value or esteem proposed to you, you would have accepted. See, what I believe is you have I believe you may have a healthy estimation of yourself, and that's fine. Maybe because you're more attractive than most. But let me ask your boyfriends or relationships. In your relationship, your last relationship was how long?
3 years.
Who ended it?
I did.
Why?
He was cheating.
Huh?
That's
And
why.
was he a high value man?
He was high value, and I'm high value too.
Oh yeah. Well, see, apparently not high enough. See, that's the point. And here's the thing: if you want a high value man and you want him to remain monogamous, good luck with that. You can be as high value. You can be as high value as you believe, but you're still lower value than a man.
That's not nice.
That's the truth.
But that's not nice. Why?
Well, the queen is the king's wife.
Exactly. So why can't I be the queen of the castle?
That's what's wrong with you modern feminist women. And guess what? The older you get, the more you can push this thing. But the pretty will go away. At 29, you don't have anybody actively really vetting you that you want. So with all this attitude and bravado, I would assume that with all this attitude and bravado, any man of any real high value would not tolerate it from you. Simply will not. They won't tolerate a woman that's as full of herself as you are. They'll hook up with you. They'll smash. But wed? No, thank you.
No, I didn't say that. But why can't a woman be strong on her own and then find a
You
man?
You can do all that. Be strong on your own, die alone. You're welcome to it. You can be strong on your own and die alone, man. You can do whatever you want to. But what you can't do is be equal to a man because we're different.
Okay. So can I ask you another question?
Well, see if you can accept. Why do modern women think you're equal to men when you are just living in the world that we built? The freedoms you have today are because of men.
What you're saying.
The freedoms women have today are because men gave them to you. And even the man you were with for 3 years cheated on you.
Okay.
Because he had options. Did it mean he didn't love you? Is that what you think?
No.
So why'd he do it?
That's a question only he can answer. I don't
know.
No,
it's a question because he could. And 200 or 300 years ago, women understood men enough to realize that, guess what? It's just a thing. Guess how many have you heard women on my platform who are married who say, I give him all the love and he could want and plus some. And I ask the question, but do you ever catch him masturbating? Does he still masturbate? Yeah. That's cheating with his hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you want a man to be monogamous, you know what you're going to need to get, man?
What?
A lesser value man. Somebody who pedestalizes you and treats you like the queen you believe yourself to be. But that man you will not respect. The kind of men that you will respect and want, you
I don't date someone lesser than who I am.
Well, I wish you the best, but here's the thing. Here's one true reality. That the older women get, the lesser options you tend to have.
I know. I heard you say that last night.
It's not me. It's just life. And if you want to get married and have children,
so then tell me what I need to do.
Well, first of all, you need some humility.
Okay.
You're very. I'm just gonna say. Maybe you're not say that, Kevin. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Please tell the truth.
No, I have no problem with telling the truth. There's just no reason to say it. You don't come across. No.
Okay.
See, you can't even check. You lack humility, young lady. See, women like this woman suffer from pretty privilege, pretty professional privilege problems. Even looking this way, okay, well, tell me, well, this and that. Well, let me direct you at 29 years old. That shit don't work. I'm doing this because I'm making content off of it. But I'll tell you what you need. Honestly, no disrespect, and I'm taking you off camera, so it's not so personal. Therapy. You have a very high estimation of yourself. That's fine. You should think well of yourself. But the kind and caliber of men that you consider yourself available for, have options. And if at your youngest a man cheated on you, I can't change that. And I'm not gonna hold on. And this isn't a back and forth session with you and